What's going on? It's your main man, Icy Jones. Welcome to Hotseat with Icy Jones right here on hot7025fm.com. Thank you for tuning in every Thursday morning, 11 a.m. You know, this special guest here today, man, been a pillar in the community, been doing a thing, been watching from afar and up close. And I just want to go ahead and give her a huge shout out for everything that she does for all of us, and especially our African American community, and for having the best grits in the city. I have Miss Trina Giles in the building.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, owner and founder of Gritz Cafe on Stella Lake Drive. Yeah.
Yes.
All right now. So let's go ahead and start with like what's the inspiration behind you actually saying I'm gonna start a business based on grits?
Oh my goodness. So my sister Gwen Bramo, she owns Expertise Cosmetology where Gritz Cafe is located.
Right.
And she was building the building from ground up. She
Right.
said, I'll have a retail spot. There's 5 sisters and brothers. We decided, she asked who wants to use the spot to open their own business.
Okay.
And at the time, I was at the fire department still. And I thought, oh, okay, you know, I'm off. I only work 10 days a month. I'll open a snack shop for the students. And we'll just do like pizza, hamburgers, hot dogs, ice cream, some quick takeout stuff.
Correct.
And one morning, I made breakfast during the same time for my boyfriend's uncle.
Okay.
And he said, these are the best grits I've ever tasted.
Okay.
And from there, I was like, ooh, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll open a restaurant and I'll call it Grits.
Right.
And that's what happened. And from that moment on, and then his sister said, and put a Z at the end.
Okay.
Her name is Tinkerbell, but
Okay.
that's not a real name. But so Tink said, put a Z at the end. And then I started thinking, so we really don't have any, and this was in 2005,
Okay.
soul food breakfast places.
Right.
And because my mom's from the South, but I'm born and raised here in Las Vegas, I decided to make all of the plates Southern inspired. So we have the Mississippi, which is the catfish, the Kentucky, obviously, which is the chicken, Louisiana, which is the hot link, and I just slept and breathed grits for 2 years. I put it on
Wow.
paper November 2005.
Yeah.
Didn't open our doors until January 2008.
Okay.
And that's how it happened. I
Right.
don't have any formal training
Okay.
in restaurant ownership.
Right.
I never worked for, actually, I worked for a food court,
Okay.
but
Like
I
in the
didn't-
mall?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, as a matter of fact, in the mall. And that was it. But
Okay.
I like to eat and I like to cook.
Got it.
So
Well, that
that's
works.
yeah.
That works for sure because I like to cook too. So, and I like to eat.
Yes.
So, I'm sorry for the loud noise. I had to open up this shrimp grit bowl. My apologies to my audience. Listen, this food right here is my favorite from this spot. Just so, I don't know, delicious, delectable. I don't know the words to express this shrimp grits and cheese, and if you want you can get the egg in that thing, right? And then you season it to your own perfection even though it's already seasoned with the grilled shrimp. What's your favorite off your menu?
Oh my goodness. So my favorite is the catfish.
Okay.
I love fried catfish. I actually probably eat a piece every day because
Okay.
I have to taste the quality.
Right.
Make sure the quality control is on point.
Right.
But the catfish is my favorite. The grilled shrimp bowl
Okay.
is
Yes.
really popular. That's our #1 seller out of all of our grit bowls.
Talk about it.
And the chicken and waffle.
Okay.
But my favorite is the catfish. The catfish, well, I kind of cheat. So I do 1 piece of catfish, 1 piece of chicken, mac and cheese, yams, greens, and cornbread. That's that whole combination. I just tell them, give me a scoop of everything.
Okay. So that's your own type of
Right.
bowl. Got it. So we ain't got
Right.
we can't get a Trina bowl?
Right, we might have to put one together.
We're gonna have to put that on the secret menu.
A Trina plate.
Yeah, you heard it first right here on Hot Seat with Icy Jones. Thank y'all for tuning in. And I appreciate you as well for having an advertising slot. You know
You're
what I mean?
welcome.
We've been
My
running that,
pleasure.
and people have been leaving here going to Grits. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Very excited about that. So firefighter or fire department?
Yes,
Okay.
well, retired fire investigator, but
Right.
I started off as a firefighter. I was the first black female firefighter for the Clark County Fire Department.
Right.
Latanya Lister, she was the first in the entire state for the city. I was the
Mhm.
second in the state. And then after 6 years, I went into investigations where all we do is figure out how the fire starts.
Mhm.
Which is a lot of work.
Yes.
You know, it's forensics. You have to collect evidence. You have
Right.
to know the law.
Right.
And I retired February 2017. So the fire department, and we work 24-hour shifts. So the fire
Yeah.
department really gave me the opportunity to expand Grits and to
Okay.
also have the time to run a business as well
Okay.
as working a full-time job.
Right.
I was burning the candle at both ends because it was a lot, but
Right.
I feel like I'm working more now that I'm retired than I did
Mhm.
beforehand
You
when I was working both.
You running that thing though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's fun.
So, was that like a childhood dream? Cause some kids be like, I'm gonna be a firefighter.
No,
Okay, so what happened?
never.
How'd you do that?
Well, number one,
She
I
said
didn't even
never.
know. Right? I grew up saying I'm going to enter beauty pageants. I'm
Okay.
going to be a model. I knew I was going to be a business owner because I did go to school and get an associate's degree in business management. And I did that right out of school before I became a firefighter.
Okay.
But I was working for the county, and the professional black firefighters came in recruiting, and they asked me, "Sister, would you like to become a firefighter?" And at the time, you know, I looked at my nails, which, you know, my nails are just as important now as they were then. And I said, "No, thank you." And Sam Smith, rest in peace, he was the deputy fire marshal for Clark County Fire Department.
Okay.
And he said, there are no black women in the entire state. At the time, there were none. And I was like, really?
So let's make history.
Exactly. And that was my motivation. The test was actually exactly 3 months away.
Okay.
I went to his bookstore, picked up the book on how to become a firefighter,
Okay.
which taught me all of the tools, the math. I went to his class twice a week. And then we started pulling hose up and down D Street. And I started learning fire hose techniques. I started learning how to carry a ladder, throw a ladder, how to uncouple and couple hoses, things that were foreign to me as a girl, number one, but anyone who doesn't have any fire knowledge. So that was like my number one motivation.
So wait a minute. You were still working at the county
Yes.
while doing this training on your own.
Yes.
On the side.
Yes.
And about to go do this test in 3 months.
Exactly.
You've been a grinder.
Well, I mean, I figured, you know, whatever you want, you kind of have to sacrifice for. So I just put all my efforts into that. And his thing was, you know, you work 10 days a month. It's a great career. Plus, girls need to see that there are women in the fire service. So it was very rewarding watching the little girls. And them saying, "Oh my gosh, you're a girl," after I took off my helmet, you know. So it's like,
right.
Oh my, well, not helmet because I drive motorcycles too, but my, you know.
All right now.
Right.
Don't hurt nobody.
But yeah, so I just kind of felt like I maybe at a young age I always was persistent in what I wanted to do, but I didn't grow up wanting to become a firefighter at all.
So people may, you know, have their own perception, right? You got people trying to count your pockets. You feel me? People trying to figure out a net worth, right? And all these other things. What's your perception of rich?
Oh my gosh, rich is peace.
Yeah.
And you can be wealthy financially and still not at peace.
Yeah.
You can be rich with riches and the finer things.
Yeah.
I love to shop, so I like nice purses and shoes. That's my biggest issue is the purses and shoes.
Got it.
But from a standpoint of rich, happiness really didn't come for me until I decided to not worry about things that were beyond my control and to become a little bit more family oriented because I had put my business and career at the forefront for a long time. So when I made the choice to retire early, I retired at 44 years old.
Right.
So I put my efforts into my son, who was 16 at the time,
Okay.
and he was without his mom for the first 16 years of his life because I worked at the fire department 15 days on average a month. But I worked 24-hour shifts, so
Yeah.
I was gone a lot out of
Yeah.
his life.
Right.
So I feel right now I'm rich because my son is happy and
Yeah.
healthy.
Yeah.
My business is thriving. It's not perfect,
Yeah.
but I'm able to do the things that I enjoy doing
Right.
for the most part, you
Right.
know. And so my definition of rich is peace
Yeah.
and having family time, like rich in love,
Yeah.
most importantly.
Right. So, how many people have you employed since you opened your doors? Like, how many families have been able to change their economical, weather?
Well, I can't tell you. I can tell you the restaurant industry has a high turnover rate just because of the money that's made there. I can't pay everyone a lot,
Yeah.
but I do pay my employees above minimum wage. I start all my
Hey.
cashiers out at $10 an hour.
Hey.
And I believe in that because I know how hard it is to raise a family and
Yeah.
to feed a family.
Yeah.
So right now I have 13 employees.
Okay.
We're looking to expand here in the future, so soon
right.
to have 20 employees.
All right.
So there are families that are being fed,
Yeah.
and I'm thankful for that
Right.
because I know the struggle, and sometimes we don't always get a second chance.
Right.
So I believe in that too. I believe in giving people a second chance, maybe a third chance,
Right.
depending on the circumstances.
Right.
And then my blessings always come tenfold from
Yeah.
that.
Because
They
I'm
really
looking at it in the African American community, you have really helped families. When they get hired there and they do their job and you pay that check,
Yeah.
that feeds their family in
Well,
our
thank
African American community. So thank you. You know
You're
what I mean,
welcome.
for doing
Thank
what you
you, because I never really looked at. I know I'm an employer, but when I help, a lot of times it's not even the people that work for Gritz. It's people who are less advantaged.
do. Mm-hmm.
Maybe going through a hardship.
Mm-hmm.
We have a fund called the Gritz Together Fund. It was
Yeah.
in memory of my brother who was murdered in 2006.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that.
And it's called GRIT stands for Guiding Our Youth, Restoring Community Pride, Involving the People, Trust in Law Enforcement, and Safety for All. And we give a portion of our profit every first Tuesday of the month towards, the goal initially was to give towards unsolved homicides
Okay.
in the community, because people don't talk until it happens to them. Now
Yep.
they want people to talk.
Yep.
But we have to communicate. We can't let criminals destroy our community, which happens all the time.
Yes.
So the funds are available for that, but what they have been going towards more than not
Mm-hmm.
is to help people bury their loved ones
Got
who
it.
are
Going-
victims of crime
Okay.
or just don't have the insurance.
Correct.
So we're thankful that we're able to write checks to the
Yeah.
mortuaries to say this is for this particular
Yeah.
family to bury
Yeah.
their family.
Are you partnered with a mortuary, so to speak, or just whoever the family chooses?
Just whoever the family chooses, and then I just say, tell me where
Yeah.
your loved one is, and we'll write a check.
Look at that heart. You got a
So-
heart of grits, girl.
Okay, thick. No.
You feel me? Nah, that's real. That's
Yeah,
real.
because a lot of us don't realize we need insurance.
Mhm.
So
So, why in the greater West Las Vegas area? Like, people always got something to say about it. People that tourists that come here never even been over there. Why there in the heart of the West Side?
well, number one, I was born and raised in Las Vegas on the west side.
Talk
in
about
Valley
it.
View.
Me too. Talk about it.
In Valley View, so nothing will ever change that.
Veronica Street.
By no means do I feel bad from where I grew up and how I grew up. My mother was a single mom who ended up owning 3 profitable businesses, all on the west side.
Yeah.
And so Smart Start Child Care was my mom's most known child care where we were open 24 hours, and we provided child care. It was off of Owens and MLK. We provided child care to kids in our community.
That's y'all spot right behind that store when it used to be Turtle Stop. And
Yeah, that's my mom's.
Wow.
And it was there for like 20 years.
Yeah.
So she's raised a lot of kids on the
Talk
west
about
side.
it.
So when we talk about economic development, we have to start at home.
Yes.
And that's what she taught us. Number one, she taught us don't let your circumstances keep you from accomplishing your mission.
Okay.
She was a single mom. She could have collected welfare with 6 kids, but she didn't. She went on to work and open a beauty school, help my sister open a salon, open a daycare center. She's owned a flower shop, a dress retail shop. Whatever she wanted to do, she accomplished. All in our community, all of our businesses except one, which was expertise. Not expertise, but Smart Start. No,
Okay.
not Smart Start. I'm getting all the businesses mixed up. Anyway, my sister's first
Guys and Dolls.
yeah, Guys and Dolls. See, you even know about Guys and Dolls. My sister's first salon my mother bought for her. So all of our businesses have been in the community. So why the West Side? Why not
Yes.
the West Side?
Yes.
And economic development, we have to, everyone wants to come to an area that is not doing so well for gentrification purposes to build it up.
Yeah.
But when you're already there, you have a greater sense of pride in the people that live there.
Yeah.
At any given day, you can come in Gritz and see somebody you haven't seen in years because it's the community's cafe.
Yes. I love
So,
it. The
why
community's
not?
cafe.
It is. It
I love
really
it.
is. Like, they tell everything. People tell me, "So they're playing NWA and Grits." I'm like, no, they're not. Yes, ma'am. I know you guys. I'm on the phone with them
Yeah.
immediately. Are you guys on the rap station? Oh, Miss Trina, I'm sorry. It's switched over. So, and because they have no idea. I know everybody, you know? So,
Absolutely.
yeah. People.
Kiss My Grits. We was in the movie together. You remember that?
Yes.
Institutionalized.
gosh.
Yeah. That was dope.
That was cool.
It was.
Yeah.
So
That was fun, too.
it was. What do you think about Stretch Sanders? What do you think about
I like him. I like
yeah.
Minister Sanders.
Yeah.
I'll be speaking at the 1,000 Women's March on the 31st.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. I've been thinking, like, what message do I want to put out there for my 2 minutes of inspiration to the women? And I think that I want to direct it towards our younger women, the younger generation, because I find that they're the ones who could use the most encouragement to not give up on their dreams, and kind of to have a little bit more self-respect. They're bigger than what their body looks like, you know, and so I will be talking to the girls, you know, the girls who I can relate to, because I've made some of the same mistakes maybe that they're making now. And you know, bad choices don't have to continue, but you can actually change the path at any given moment. You just have to make the decision to do so.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to it. So I like Stretch.
Definitely.
And I'm definitely happy for him. And he's young and he's inspired and he's very well spoken and he's driven. So
we want everybody to vote
Stretch
for him.
for mayor.
Yeah.
Stretch for mayor.
We want everybody to vote. Get out there.
Stretching
April 2nd.
for greatness.
Yeah, stretching for greatness. Stretching for a mayor.
Yeah.
Hey.
Right. I like that song.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really do. That was a nice tune.
What is the most devastating thing that Trina has been through in her life that she had to get up and say, you know what, I'm gonna keep moving?
Oh my gosh. Well, something for me that I probably don't talk about that was devastating. I was engaged to a man who I consider was the love of my life. I went on social media. We were so happy. And I had to make the decision that he wasn't the right man for me after I had exposed our private life, my private life, which I'm really usually pretty private about.
Right.
And so it's, we're coming up on a year that this happened. In July, we were engaged.
Right.
And so I'm really now just kind of processing everything still. But that was devastating, like even still, you know? It's the whole just having to say, okay, there's no wedding. Every day people come into Gritz. When is the wedding? When are you getting married? I saw you got engaged and it was on social media. So I'm just remembering like my private life is really important to me and not to put that out there like that anymore.
Okay.
If I do get married or something like that, it's going to be private.
Okay.
You know, and because it's a lot of stress on someone too who's well known in the community.
Right.
And everywhere you go, oh, you're Trina's boyfriend. You're Trina's boyfriend. No, I got my own identity. I have my own business. I have my own life.
Right.
You know, so now I'm understanding the importance of privacy in relationships.
Right.
Away from social media, no matter how popular you are as an individual in the community.
Yeah.
You know, some stuff you just have to keep private.
What's the longest relationship you've been in?
11 years.
11 years.
Yeah, my son's father, and actually, which is so weird, we were together for 11 years. I never married him, but we had my son, and then we never got back together.
Wow.
So I had my child at 28 years old, but I was with him from like 17 to 28.
Wow. What's your but God situation where it was like, you know what, that was nobody but God, girl?
Oh, I've had so many situations like that on fire scenes. I've had situations like that as an investigator, but as a firefighter, we were breaching a wall to a structure that contained a lot of oxygen tanks, and it was on fire. And when we breached the wall and went in, we're surrounded by all of these oxygen canisters. And I was like, oh, wow, thank you, Jesus. Like, God, thank you, because it was like, you know, it was going right into the pack of wolves. We breached the wall, and here we're standing in a smoke-filled environment full of oxygen tanks. And they're projectiles when they heat up. Obviously, everybody know oxygen and fire doesn't mix. As an investigator, I've had some close calls as well.
Okay.
But I think for me, I'm really intuitive. So as an investigator, we've had situations where I've gone to a scene. I had a guy who was murdered and put in the back of his trunk, and his house was set on fire. Wow. And they're saying, oh, he's not home. He's not home. And I kept looking around. And I'm like, he's here somewhere. Like, I felt his spirit. And I even still, like, feel like that with a lot of people that I've had to go into their homes after they've passed away. But this particular guy was in his trunk. He had been shot and set on fire. His vehicle was charred. No one had found him. And I kept saying, he's around here somewhere. And just so happened, I'm looking in the vehicle, and it's all burned out, no upholstery, anything. And I see like one little speck of blood coming from the inside, the interior from the trunk. And I said, I think that we found him. And they opened the trunk, and there's this guy in there. And sometimes I think, but God, but I know that's exactly things. He has all the power. So he's guiding me to do things that normally, you know, I would just think that was luck, or no. And becoming a paramedic after realizing how intricate the body is and how we work. If you don't believe in God, I'm sorry.
Right.
Sorry for you, because there is a God, and he is very detailed, and the plan is real for us.
Talk about that.
Every organ, everything works in sync perfectly.
Did you grow up a believer, or
I did.
Did you go away from it and have to come back, rededicate?
I have.
Yeah.
I have.
How was that walk?
Well, that walk for me happened when I was I believe I was 16. I just got in my first car at a stop sign. Here comes a van, and it plowed into me in the middle of the intersection, turned me around, coming out of Valley View, like right there on, I think, Van or that top street coming from. And that same night, I went to church, and I didn't look back. But before that, I was a little wild, you know. And after that, I'm like, so I can just be sitting at an intersection waiting for a light, and a van can come and
take you out.
take me out at any moment.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm always conscious of that. My mother, we went to church every Sunday, every
Hmm.
Wednesday. If you didn't go to church, you didn't go outside. Okay. Don't think about going outside if you don't go to church. So I went to church quite a
Hmm.
bit, and then I've strayed and I've come back,
Yeah.
and I've tried to rationalize my own way of
Okay.
thinking about certain situations.
Yeah.
And each time, it's always God that gets me through my rough times.
Got it.
Every time.
Nobody but God.
But God.
I have a favor to ask you on air.
Yes.
Can you please refer your sister to me?
I will,
Expertise.
Gwen. I will.
Yeah.
I will.
I need to get her in this seat,
Okay.
and need to get her. When is she opening?
They just opened their second location
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Okay.
Yes.
Dope. They had a grand opening on Tuesday?
No, but when we have the grand opening, you'll know. I'll get
Please.
you an invite.
Thank you.
But no, they've just moved over to the new location.
100.
So
Yeah, I love it.
now we're gonna start
love it.
expanding Grits.
Right.
Yeah.
So what that look like? 2019 or 2020?
No, 2020. No,
Okay.
2019.
Is that
We're
right?
thinking. I'm thinking 90-day build out, 120 days max. We should be by the end of summer open.
Hey,
Mhm.
you got the location already?
Right in our current location, we're gonna knock the south
Oh, you're
wall
gonna
out,
expand it. Okay.
and then I'll, because I'm really stretched thin, so I figure expand the first location, get
Yeah.
that up and running, and
Yeah.
then open a new location.
Okay.
We were thinking about doing them both at the same time, but that would just be crazy for
Overwhelming.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you have a woman out there, single mom. You know what I mean? She's just trying to climb this ladder, in life, right?
Right.
The relationship life, the parental life, the what do you want? Business life. You know what I mean?
Okay.
What are you gonna tell her to encourage her?
Number one, pray.
Mm.
I have found that when I pray, there's a calmness that helps me to make choices that I probably would not make if I didn't have if I wasn't being directed by God's word. So number one, if you're a believer, pray on it.
Okay.
And you have to believe in yourself. Number one, you can't allow other people's opinions to affect your dream and what you want in life,
Talk about it.
because there's a lot of pain and hurt going on right now in our country and people's lives individually, and even just with the stresses of social media. Social media isn't real. It's what we want you to see, but I don't put my worst situations on social media,
Right.
So you have to believe that you're worthy, number one, of your dream, but you also have to put a plan together, and you have to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
And if you're around a man or friends who aren't bringing anything positive to the table, then you're around the wrong people. And I was told this, if you're the most successful one in your group, then your group is too small.
Right.
So although I love my foundation, my real friends, the friends who know me from Trina to owner of Gritz or whatever, because I'm the same Trina no
Right.
matter what.
Right.
But at the end of the day, some people are stuck
Yeah.
in where they are. So sometimes the hardest thing to do is to make a decision to move forward. That doesn't mean you don't love that person or your friends that you used to hang out with, but it just means that you want to do something different, and you cannot hang out all day at home or watch your boyfriend play PlayStation all day or whatever and accomplish your goals. You just can't.
You just can't.
And if you have kids, even more so, we have to set the example for them,
Talk about
because
it.
they watch everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. How has social
So,
media affected you?
Um,
Good or bad?
It's affected me good in some ways and bad in some ways. From my private life, I feel like people have a sense of wanting to know what's going on in my private life because they care about me publicly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's a fine line between that. And then I like it too because I'm able to socialize with friends I haven't seen and don't see ever.
Right.
But on
right.
social media, so I know, oh, their kids are doing well. This is what they're doing. Oh, they went on vacation.
Yeah.
And then also it's helped me to grow my business.
Okay.
Like Gritz has taken off strictly because our customers post and talk well of Gritz. So
Right.
it's all word of mouth
Right.
communication. So I love social media. It just has to be a balance.
Yeah.
And I was once told, like, okay, you have a public page, you have a page that's your personal page,
Yep.
and you have a business page.
Yep.
And she said, but your personal page can't all be, it has to contain people who look at your business page, they want to know who you are personally.
Yeah.
So they're still are intertwined.
Yeah.
You know, people will say, oh, that's the owner of Gritz. This is the business page. And then they're going to look you up to see, okay, what is this person about personally? So make sure you're putting your best foot forward, that you're conscious of the things that you put on social media, the things that you say, how you treat people, because it can come back to haunt you.
You have a publicist or a social media marketer?
No,
Oh, okay.
I have friends who say, post this.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Do that one. That's a cute one. I'm like, okay.
Right.
But that's it. No publicist.
Well, I wish I had more time with you. I know you got to go and get it.
Right.
Are we able to do like a, I guess like a block party at Gritz, like in the parking lot or something?
Yeah, yes. We've had that before.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I would love to, like, just tell me when and we
Okay.
can make it happen.
Yeah, let's do it. So you're
Yeah.
open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m.?
Yes, Gritz is open every day from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. We're at 1911 Stella Lake Street. The cross streets are Lake Mead and MLK.
Right.
And we look forward to serving you catfish and grits, chicken and waffles, grit bowls,
Hey.
peach cobbler by Mr. Jeremy,
Hey.
all that good stuff. You know, we got to plug everybody.
Yeah.
So
I'm about to dig in on this commercial break.
okay.
So yeah, with that being said, thank you again
Thank you for
coming
having
down.
me.
Also follow Gritz Cafe on Instagram.
Yeah, so
and
we
Facebook?
Gritz Cafe at Gritz Cafe on Instagram, Gritz Cafe Facebook, and then we are Gritz Cafe Vegas on Twitter.
Okay, that's GRITZ Cafe, and the website.
Yes, www.gritzcafe.com.
Okay, they order through Grubhub and all of that too, or
We just do Postmates right
Postmates,
now,
okay.
but and DoorDash. Postmates and DoorDash.
Okay,
Yeah.
for sure. Well, everybody, Trina Giles,
Thank
the
you.
owner and founder of Gritz Cafe and a huge pillar in our community. Thank you very much for showing up with the Hot Seat with Icy Jones right here, Hot 7025. We'll be right back after this commercial break. God bless y'all. See y'all in a minute. Gritz Cafe, specialized in serving Southern-style breakfast and lunch. From the crunchy catfish to the crispy chicken, you can't go wrong, especially when you get a grit bowl. Gritz Cafe, 1911 Stella Lake Drive, West Las Vegas, Nevada, 89106. Open Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. for breakfast and lunch. Visit gritzcafe.com to get Trina's cooking tips and join the Gritz Dining Club. That's GRITZCAFE.com. GritzCafe.com. 702-255-4748. Gritz Cafe. You want a low-key barbershop offering haircuts for adults and children, plus beard trims and a hot towel shave? Well, visit Unfadable Masters Barbershop, located at 3231 North Decatur Boulevard, Suite 128. In Las Vegas, Nevada, 89130. Open Tuesdays through Sunday. Yes, Sunday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And on Sundays, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. 702-636-9499. Visit umbarbershop.com. That's umbarbershop.com. Praised in the Review Journal as one out of the 8 best places for barbecue in Las Vegas, TC's Barbecue Crib, 3655 South Durango Drive, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89142. Open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Order online at tcsbarbecuecrib.com. That's tcsbbqcrib.com or call 702-451-RIBS. That's 702-451-7427. TC's Barbecue Crib.
Good Fruits Hat Company. Unique Christian faith-based hats and clothing for men, women, and children. Good Fruits Hat Company. You can wear your faith and spark kingdom conversations. Shop now. GoodFruitsHatCo.com. 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 Matthew 7:16-17. By their fruit, you will recognize them. Shop now. GoodFruitsHatCo.com.
Access College and Career Fair Spring into Vegas 2019. Tuesday, April 2nd, 2019. Session 1, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Clark High School in the gymnasium. 4921 Penwood Avenue, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89102. The second session will be held from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Western High School in the gymnasium. 4601 West Bonanza Road, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89107. What to expect? College representatives, career readiness opportunities, summer job recruiters, financial aid and scholarship info, workforce development, and free food and music at Session 2 and much more. Register now at accesscollege2.com. That's accesscollege2.com. Yo, welcome back to Hotseat with Icy Jones. Man, I just had to dig into that grit bowl one time, though. You feel me? And, she offered my team here to go on down there and get them some lunch on them. So, E, you ready? Yeah, you getting you some grits, girl? Yeah. I have my other commercials. We're gonna run those on my next show, but I do want to do this PSA. My sister Tiffany, Tiffany's Bedazzled Bling. $5 for everything. You can find her on Facebook at Tiffany's Bedazzled Bling. Find her on Instagram at Most Wanted Bling Queen. The website is tiffanyspapabling.com. TIFFANYSPAPA bling.com. Yes, $5 for everything. She got the blockbuster accessories. She has her bold red carpet jewelry sets. And man, you get a free pair of earrings. You know what I mean? It says all necklaces come with a free pair of earrings. So, you know, go ahead and visit my sister, Tiffany's Bedazzled Bling. Website, tiffanyspapabling.com. Also, CNC Graphic Design and Apparel. The number, 702-998-3738. 702-998-3738. Find them on Instagram and Facebook at 702-CNCGDLV. That's CNCGDLV. CNC Graphic Design and Apparel. They do custom graphics. They do custom apparel. They can do those one-off orders, or they can do large orders. They also do flyers, banners, business cards, sticker decals, and more. They're just an all-around great graphic design and apparel company. That's CNC Graphic Design. 702-998-3738, and find them on Facebook and Instagram at 702-CNCGDLV. Soulfully Senate is a place where, man, listen, they opened the doors and the parking lot smelled magnificently beautiful, right? I mean, like, oh, like, y'all got the parking lot smelling so amazing out here today. And so Soulfully Senate is another one of my beautiful advertisers. Soulfully Senate, Body Basics and More. They're located in the heart of community. That's 1210 West Owens Avenue. Of course, that's 89106. Number 702-202-3342. That's 202-3342. Specializing in body oils, imported incense, essential oils, natural hair and body products. I mean, pure black seed oil, pure argan oil, African shea butter, naturally made soap, black soap, face and body scrubs. Listen, we're talking about Soulfully Senate, Body Basics, and more. And for my last advertiser, Bell's Market and Gas. Listen, they act like, you know, these people don't support us, man. Mario supports me as well. But right now we're talking about Bell's Market and Gas. Of course, they got the some affordable gas prices. They got the liquor over there for you, and they got a kitchen with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So they're open from 6 a.m. to midnight, 7 days a week. So going over there. They're located on West Owens as well. Let me get that address for you real quick. 720 West Owens Avenue. Of course, that's 89106. Again, they're open from 6 a.m. to midnight. So I just recorded the commercials. Didn't have time enough to put them in today, but I do give my PSAs out, and I'll let y'all know. Support all the people who support your boy Icy Jones. Once again, we back. Hot Seat with Icy Jones on hot702fm.com. Make sure you follow us on Facebook at hot702.5 FM. Follow us on Instagram at hot7025 FM. Also, I have my page up now. So I got Hot Seat with Icy Jones, the actual light page, business page. And of course, follow me at i.c.jonez on Facebook as well. Catch all of my playbacks on my page or on the Hot 702 page, or you can go to hot7025fm.com and hit the tab and go to Hot Playbacks and find Hot Seat with Icy Jones. You feel me? I've had amazing special guests in here doing interviews with them, and I'm just thankful for everybody that support what I got going on. Please share if you're watching the video. Share when I go live as well for my own page when I do my actual Hot Seat with Icy Jones interviews on Butt Guy TV. That's my own camera, my own thing. You feel me? But I'm thankful for the platform here, man. It changed my life. Put me on another level. I want to give a special shout out to my partner Dave, man, my assistant. He's an amazing guy. If you guys looking for an assistant, man, he's on deck. Making things happen for me, keeping my life in order when it comes to business and family and personal life. He takes care of my whole schedule for me. So shout out to my brother Dave Backer. So today I have a special guest on the other end of this thing. It's a twin in the building.
Yeah.
What's that name, man?
That's good, man. You know how it go.
Impromptu, you feel me? First of all, my brother's with me pretty much every day. If we're not if we're not together, we're communicating. But truth be told, somebody was lacking, couldn't make it, and so I'm like, I'm gonna put my brother on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just gonna sit there and talk to the people. Like, that'd be selfish of me. So I'm like, you coming with me? Like,
yeah, he told me.
You feel me?
He ain't asked me. He told me.
Yeah, you coming. And so I've known him for the better half of most of his life. And I'm a mentor. I'm like a coach in business, and probably more, in his eyes. But I've seen this man change a few different times in his life. But we got about 15 minutes. We're going to talk to him. What's poppin'? It's a twin, man. What's happening, twin?
Man, you know how it go, man. Music, boxing, chasing my dreams, goals, aspirations, just trying to be successful. You teach me a lot, so I'm just trying to put everything in play, you know what I'm saying?
100. Okay, so boxing. When did that come into play? Like, when did you say, you know what? I want to try this boxing thing, man.
All right, so honestly, my twin was a boxer, Long live my twin. He did get killed December 11, 2017.
Long live Twin Loc.
Long live Twin Loc, man.
Zeke.
That right there broke me, but Zeke loved to box, and, we've been fighting on all our lives, so it's like, I just kind of took it upon myself to be like, let's make a name for the family. Let me show people how great we are, with our skills, and utilize the skills that we already have been blessed with. So I got into the boxing game like, all right, I'm going to come in there and I just know what I'm doing. And after I got into it, I was like, okay, yeah, I know how to fight, but boxing is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, you got techniques and different things.
Yeah, there's a big difference. Techniques, hand placement, just being more controlled. And after just so long of being in there, they saying that I have an opportunity to make a lot of money in the boxing game. So one of these days, you're going to see me on, well, you ain't going to be seeing me on TV. You're going to be, ringside. But, everybody else can see me on TV, Azariah Divine, beating somebody up, giving y'all a show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Indeed.
Okay, so music. How long you been doing music?
So you motivated me to do music, which a lot of people don't know. A lot of people do know Icy Jones is an artist, but I used to just do poetry and whatnot. And by the time I turned about 10 years old, 11 years old, I made my first song, and it was actually a gospel song.
Oh.
Well, it was just like a quick rap, called COG, which is Child of God.
Okay.
And ever since then, I just started rapping about just everything in my life. I rapped about Christ. I rapped about, the things and trials and tribulations I was doing, right or wrong, just putting my feeling and my truth out of my music.
Right.
And over a course of about 11 years, 12 years, I became a whole different breed. And I really studied the game, learned more about, rhyme schemes and concepts and just different things that you can write about. So kind of just taught me how to express myself in a different light without always getting mad. Like, if I can get mad, I don't gotta always go try to, do something ignorant. I can just sit down, make some music,
Right. Well, I ain't trying to put your business out there, but you really a rider.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You have passion behind it. It's not just the IDGF, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is a matter of love and passion behind it, because you will go off for the people you love.
Yeah, with no question.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I love my people, and whatever you need from me, I'm ready to give. I'm ready to live for you, and I'm ready to die for you.
Right.
That's how I go.
And so I'm happy to see that you put that into the ring. Right?
Indeed, yeah.
Because, just walking down the street punching people because you're mad ain't going to work.
Not at all. Not at all. I got to leave some of that alone. Not all of it alone, honestly.
When is the first time that you knew that God was real?
I've always known God was real.
Mm-hmm.
Honest to God, the way that it actually hit me was being in the church, growing up in the church. I've always been around. My uncle owns Mountain Top Faith Ministries.
Okay.
My mother's always been, enraveled and engraft in the church.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always, had a faith and an understanding of who the Lord is.
Mm-hmm.
However, when I actually heard his voice at 3 years old, is when it kind of just took me aback, and I was like, whoa, okay, he's really real. He's real. So it taught me to continue to stick with him and push him and preach him. He told me that he wanted me to be a preacher.
Mm-hmm.
I also learned that preaching doesn't necessarily mean that I have to be in a church.
Right.
I can do it through my music. Yeah, I don't have to be in the pulpit.
Yeah.
It's just a calling that you have, because I know how persuasive I am and how influential I am in people's lives.
Yeah.
And I know that I can bring them to the light of the Lord. So
absolutely.
definitely.
Absolutely. That's dope. So what does WTO mean to you?
WTO is more than just 3 letters, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It's a movement, it's a push, it's just going against the grain of everything. WTO is we the ops. Nobody says they're the opposition.
Right.
We're the opposition. We the ops all the way around.
Right.
I mainly started it when my brother got killed. It was me and a few of the guys just got together. It's like, all right, what we gonna do? We all making music, making money, doing our thing. So we just started, we the ops, WTO, and after that, we started really pushing it and trying to get it to be known. So it is based mainly off of our music, but at the same time, it is a brotherhood. And like you said, I'm a ride for mine.
Right.
So that's just how it goes. Whatever we got to do to be successful is what we're shooting for. A lot of people think that, when you see people starting to click, so to speak, for lack of a better term, that all they finna do is sit around and, talk mess, gang bang, and all types of stuff. But nobody really got to see when we were down, and people are like, man, I don't know, I'm ready to give up. And you got folks that are only, say, from the ages of 20 to 24 telling each other like, nah, bro, we could do better than this. Keep your head out of that. You don't need to go do all of that. Stay focused. Keep grinding. You doing your boxing. Keep your boxing going. Make some music. Let's do this. Let's go out. You need some money? I got you. Like, it really turned into a brotherhood. So it's different. We really motivate each other to be better. There's not too many people a part of it, because, when you start a family,
Gotta keep that
you
circle
gotta
small.
keep the circle small. We've learned that because of how many people have done us wrong, regardless of the hood or whatever it is. A lot of people done people dirty, So it's like, you stick with your brothers, and that's who you rock with.
Right. What's hashtag LLTL?
Oh my gosh. Long live Twin Loc all the way. Yeah, Loc, Twin Loc. That's my bro saying, gang, 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 gang. That's my twin, man. Long live Twin Loc all the way. I got it tatted on me. That's just everything to me. That's my twin brother. Long live his name. It's not no R.I.P. It's not no, none of that. He's not resting in peace. He's still here. He's living through me. He's living through everybody that he's touched. And that's from the ages of 8 days to 800 if they was living that long, you know? So it's like, we feel that he's here.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody tells me, I'm starting to look like him way more. You get the dreads, oh my gosh, you look like a twin. And I'm like, so long live Twin Low, hashtag LLTL. It's definitely
right.
all about my twin. And it's also hashtag TLDM, Twin Low the movement.
Yeah.
So we the opposites and basis for all of that.
And you said something very profound. There was a time where you were really going through it in December around the passing, right?
Yeah.
And you got to know that's my birthday time. So I'm like, bro, like, I know. And so I'm trying to, like, get you out of that situation of feeling so down. But you said something so profound that I still try to, like, twist it and turn it to make it better, right? But you said nobody feels my pain. Can you imagine seeing yourself dead in your arms?
Yeah, in your arms, holding his body.
Because you're an identical twin.
Yeah.
Right?
Identical. Like, literally, if he was here and I walked off camera and came back, they would think it was him.
Right.
Or think it was me.
And so I want the people to understand, the pain, because some people want you to brush it off, or some people, get through it, you'll get through it. Like, there's no getting through it, right? There's walking with it. You know what I'm saying? And so, just kind of give them that, and then, what are we doing to walk with it?
Well, I mean, being an identical twin, when you lose your identical twin, is something completely, there's not words to explain it. Like, I kind of can't even fathom it to this day.
Yeah.
It's hard, like you said. Every day I look in the mirror, I see him. Every time when I looked in that casket, I saw myself.
Yeah.
When I looked at his body, I saw myself. So it hurts.
Right.
But what I had to finally come to grips with is I got to take life moment by moment. I can't take it day by day. I can't take it minute by minute. I got to take it moment by moment. So I've just learned that it's never going to get easier. It's going to get harder. But every day, because I know it's going to get harder, that means I have to get stronger. So I use some of it as motivation, and not even some. I use a lot of it as motivation. I use all of it as my motivation. Like, everybody telling me to do it, so it's like I got to get it done. But I know he will want me to also.
Correct.
So I look at it as every day is gonna get harder. It's never gonna get easier. It's never gonna be, peaches and cream and just everything will be fine. It doesn't matter how much money I make or anything. But every day that gets harder, every day I have to get stronger.
Got it.
Going from, it was 1 year that I didn't have my twin. It's going to be the second year.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy. That's 2 years of the person that I came into this world with.
Right.
So I just got to, continue to work on myself and prepare myself and keep myself around people that are positive and enlightened enough to, motivate me to continue to push forward.
Correct. So music. He did music, right?
He did. That boy was so cold. I promise you, the truth. Flow was insane.
Y'all got some music together?
Yes, we do have a song together, yeah.
Okay. Where can we find that song at?
You can find that song on YouTube.
Okay.
You just have to look it up. It's called On Call, and it's a Twin Loke, and my boy Bobby Deuce. Bobby Deuce is on the hook. Me and my twin on the verses. He got first, I got second verse, but it's ISSATWIN. TWINNLOCC, and Bobby Deuce, that's DUECE, and you can just look it up on YouTube, On Call, and each name, just make sure you put an X in between it.
Right, spaces between it with the X.
Most definitely.
Okay, and then you got some new music coming.
Oh, I got a lot of new music coming.
Right.
I have a few, different songs out on my SoundCloud. It's a twin, Yomp. That's why it's really AAA, double M, double P, but it's a twin, ISSATWIN. YAAMMPP. That's on SoundCloud, and we got some other things in the lab cooking up that folks ain't ready for.
He and I,
we.
And then GMB.
GMB, that's the man. GMB the label. That's what's going. We pushing. We got a lot of folks working. There's a few different artists that are definitely cooking up. My boy 3-0, Young Mac 3 doing his thing. Madera coming around. We got IC, me, Bars Barkley. It's a lot of us, and we doing what we can. It's also Nash Strong. Got a movement with KGR. It's a lot of different things going. So we're just trying to stay focused and push, but talk about some heat. I keep telling them we are not up next. We up now. We are up now.
Absolutely.
Vegas is about to blow. If people ain't been noticing soon enough, or noticing before, you're going to notice soon enough, I promise.
And we want you guys to make sure you go on Instagram and Facebook. Follow GMB the family. They are actual advertising their record label. They have recording slots. You know, you can actually get a monthly subscription and record over there at the GMB Palace.
Yeah.
They got new music coming up, and you know, artists like Connie P, Lady Fresh,
Lady Fresh,
Bars Barkley, and you also have Chosen.
Yeah,
3-0. It's a twin. And again, y'all gonna hear that commercial coming up next week, and make sure you follow the homie 3-0. That's Young Mac 3, aka 3-0 on SoundCloud to get their music. All right, so I'm about to be up out of here, but I got a couple seconds left. Tell me your butt got situation.
My but God situation is when my identical twin brother died, and me wanting to completely give up in life. But God is like, can't. But God showed me He's still here. That's why there's little situations where I look in the mirror and I'm like, I see my twin, and I just tell me He's here. I've had a lot of other situations where I could have been dead, and it was only but God. You know, getting shot at, and literally you think you duck to be safe, and that bullet come, and you feel it, not even hear it, but feel the heat pass your face. You feel the wind. It's like I should have been gone.
Yeah.
But God saved me. You know, it's a lot. I got a lot of them.
All right. So follow him, ISSATWIN on Facebook.
On Instagram, it's ISSATWIN_.
Yeah.
It's a twin, everything.
Yeah. It's a twin, y'all. All right, man. Thank y'all for watching Hot Seat with Icy Jones. Thank y'all for listening to Hot Seat with Icy Jones via hot7025fm.com. All right. God bless y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.